Welcome, one and all to the channel. I'm hoping you're having a good day. We're gonna try something new here. Hopefully, it's the first of many videos, and this is wrestling Reddits. And yeah, we're just gonna look at Reddit using the kind of the two main wrestling subreddits: r/wrestling and r/squared circle. And today we had a question posed by a user, and that question is from r/wrestling: is it okay to not care about either of these matches? This is presented to us by user Vinny7101. And if you don't know, next week on Raw we have Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Jinder Mahal, and we have Samoa Joe on Dynamite defending the AEW World Championship against Hook. Now, this has caused a big outrage in wrestling today. I don't know why, because actually, I think I know why. Tribalism, when people are stupid. So let's just dive into the first user. This is from Really Me 77. Says, yes, it is okay to be interested in things you find interesting, and to not be interested in things you don't find interesting. Yes, yes, as you can like what you like. Period. You don't need validation to have an opinion. I see that a lot in wrestling. I see that a lot in trading card games, which I play a lot of. You don't need validation. Half these posts in these Reddits don't need to be here because it's just people wanting to hear themselves talk. How about we get to Wild Bill 1994, who says, don't go seeking advice in an echo chamber. Yes, and if you don't know what an echo chamber is essentially where everybody repeats the same opinion and you kind of just fall into each other. And Bill's right. Why? Why do you need advice on this? Let's go to House Jolly 4660, who says it is okay to not care about anything. You don't need anyone's approval, and you can enjoy or dislike whatever you want, especially when it comes to something as inconsequential as wrestling. And whatever Joel follows up with, hold on, relax, sir. Not caring about anything is not okay. That's a clear sign of depression. Source, I have depression and I don't care about anything. So they're both right. You need to care about something in life, but yeah, you don't need anyone's approval to enjoy something in life. You don't need anyone's approval to dislike something in life. How about Johnny TN? He says, yep, at the end of the day, it's a TV show. One you enjoy, but not all stories and shows are going to be must watch or interesting. And then the same the comment thread from Johnny TN, House Jolly 4660, he's back, says, nothing makes me dismiss an opinion like people who talk in absolutes about a promotion roster, positive or negative. Johnny follows up with, I think that too, but also your opinion is wrong. It's actually trash, and I think lesser of you for liking whatever your preference is that you haven't told me about. But I'm sure it's the opposite of mine. And House John's like, yeah, half of Twitter comments. Right. Why? This post didn't need to be here. You can just enjoy the show. You can essentially enjoy the show. How about we go to the opposite end of the spectrum? Someone who has been downvoted in this thread of questions. This is from OK Seaworthiness 4488. He says, how is a skinny looking kid going against Joe even look like he could give him a challenge? God, his grammar's horrible. Following up, Lunar replies to him, I'm an AEW fan and I've never understood the hype behind Hook. So we're going to pause right there. What OKC Worthington says, you're choosing not to follow the presentation of the wrestler. You're choosing not to understand how Hook looks, feels, is presented. So how can you give Joe a challenge? Anybody can be made to be a believable challenger. You just got to be booked right. And Hook has been made to look good. Going back to Lunar, he says his look is ridiculous. Talking about Hook. He absolutely can't cut a promo since someone interrupts him whenever he's near a microphone, and when he isn't interrupted, he talks like he's under anesthesia or his jaw's wired shut. I don't buy him as a tough guy, specifically because he has that ninth grade emo hair. Can someone tell me what the appeal of Hook is, honestly? Lunar, he does not want to know what the appeal of Hook is. He said it right here. He actively does not like Hook for the most idiotic of reasons. Wormlord77 replies to him, he looks great. He has an unusual judo-based style, and the don't give a shit attitude is a nice contrast to so many try-hard wrestlers. It's very telling that all of your complaints have nothing to do with the in-ring ability. Yes, you're complaining about Hook because of his look, but not how he looks in the ring, his skill, how he's presented. And Lunar follows up with, because I don't see a huge issue with his in-ring style. I tend to not complain about things that aren't problem. You say he looks great, but I really don't see that, and I don't see his attitude as being unique either. There are so many guys who had a lot of in-ring skills but never got anywhere because there was nothing else there as a performer. Lunar is just a hater. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Hater is the Hater of the Year award. At the end of the day, you can like what you like. You can dislike what you dislike, but there's one thing that you will not do when it comes to these two matches. You won't hinder the Jinder, and you will let Hook cook. I'm excited for both of these matches because you have a challenger in Jinder who, yes, has really haven't had the best 2023, but he is a former WWE champion and should have been a multiple time champion. He has the look. He's solid in the ring. And you have Hook, who has one of the best records in all of AEW right now, who's been presented as a tough guy, who's been presented as someone that is to be feared, not feared to the level of Joe or Bryan Danielson, but he's feared nonetheless. And he's getting a shot. Now, we know that the results are already said and done for. We know Jinder's not winning. We know Hook is the winner. It's about how they look in these matches and how we go moving forward. What do they do with Jinder? Does he just disappear, or does he start getting a little bit of a push, growing more and more back to the old modern day Maharaja? And Hook's going to look good because I don't think Hook is bad in the ring at all. He's not. And Samoa Joe is just Samoa Joe. Joe's going to make Hook look like $1 million. Remember when Joe put the fear of God in Brock Lesnar? He's going to make Hook look like that. He's going to make Hook look like, oh man, this kid might get me. And yes, Hook's going to lose, but Hook's going to look good going forward. But tell me what you all guys think. Don't forget to check out the High Risk Wrestling Podcast every single Saturday. The socials are on the screen. I'm going to put on the screen on the end card the previous episode of the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. But that is our show. Thank you, and I will see you, tomorrow for Flashback Friday. Peace.